Hello and welcome back. This is Insti, and I'm continuing playing the Pillars of Eternity. Last episode we pretty much finished every task and side quest we can for the moment, which we at least do have in our journal around here. So we should be good to go to the White March. But we need to wait for Aloth to come back, so that takes a couple of days because I spent already over a couple of days. But as I was spending my time, I sold everything I accumulated on those quests and whatnot. I think I got way over something like 21,000 copper pieces or something like that. I took some items from Hiravia's, gave Palagina some, Hirabel's protective skin, unique medium armor. But also, took some items from Hiravia's. Maybe if we can, or we need to give them the other group members that will join us. I feel more sluggish and weird than normal, that's because apparently I have a little bit of a flu, and that is why the recording, I'm starting to record even later than normally, and this video will come back at a random time. But like I said, we are gonna spend some time before we go to the White March. I don't bore you guys with that, but what I'm gonna bore you guys is we have a visitor, Gaffel the Drunkard, which is apparently Pad visitor, living 1 day 16 hours. Gaffel the Drunkard, a local inebriate, was wandered onto the stronghold grounds. He's asking for help with his accumulated debts. Well, we can see what we can do with that. Greetings, Lord Institors. I was hoping to talk to you. I'm in a spot of trouble. The man breaths thinks of hell. Okay, let's hear it. You call your ally? Yes, we are calling our allies. The thing is, I walked up a few debts in Durford and a few other places. More than a few. I haven't got the coin, my lord. I'd pay off it if I could. I was thinking, maybe you'd know someone looking to hire on or something I'm willing to work. I know where you can pay off your debt. Why should I trouble myself with a shiftless vagabond? You are wasting my time. I cannot help you with this at the moment. Don't worry, I can settle this. Do I know? I will see. I never did learn much of a trade. What do you have in mind? I'll talk to Pelasic at the Brackenbury Sanitarium. You can help her with her research. Sure, you do that. Like in tests, you mean? Suppose I ought to pay well, at least, right? Thank you, I'll head out there as soon as I can. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But off you go. And it's experience after all. Leaves the stronghold. Yes, good. Off you go. Thanks for visiting. So can I see how long the Aloth will be away? Busy with Lord Sidrock. Had I known we would send Aloth there, well, I should have realized that. I probably wouldn't have done that. So anyways, I'll spend more time to wait to Aloth to come back, and if something happens, I'll show it to you guys. I'm fairly certain we will complete some building soonish. Or did we already? Huh? I guess we did. Wait, when did that happen? Oh, right, hedge maze, but did I put anything else to... apparently I didn't. Well, that's weird. So let's put something to construct now. Chapel, forum, training grounds, warden lodge, and prisoners. Let's go with training grounds. So anyways, I'll spend some time and hopefully we can get Aloth soonish back to our group. So be right back. So Aloth is back, and with a few well-placed hexes and final show of arcane power, Aloth was able to convince Lord Sigrok's rivals to seek wealth elsewhere, and forum construction completed. So yeah, we had a supplicant. I put Lagertha to escort him, and yeah, we still have that palace messenger. He can stay there. Now, let's put something to dungeons, chapel, yes. And it seems Ada has something to talk to us, so let's talk before we leave the White March.
Hope I didn't seem ungrateful back there in the battlefield. And you went out of your way.
You kinda did, yeah, but... Oh, I can't say anything like, yes, you did, you really should have thought of... Basically, everything is, it's all good and fine. Well, it is all good, but I didn't notice.
Got real close. Didn't expect that. You know, for a second, I thought I was gonna finally see some answers. Foolish, of course. And why should I get answers? There's a world of Aethasians out there, don't know if their god's been blown up. Still... man can't help looking back. Guess you'd know that well as anyone.
I guess I do. Ada stares off, focusing on some distant thing, unseen and unrealized.
I might have turned my back on my god when he needed me. That's all I'll ever know.
What would you brother have to say about that? You did what you had to, even if Weidwen was Ealhta's, his actions were destructive. It does seem like you put your fate in the wrong side. He had brought unity even if it was by force. Your mistake was in waiting for someone else to tell you what was right. Let's go with the first one. What would your brother have to say about that?
He'd tell me to trust him. Of course, it'd be a lot easier if I knew it was mine. But, maybe I don't need to.
Okay.
Something to think about, I guess.
Yeah, makes you really think. So anyways, we dealt with that. I don't think there's anything else except us to leave, you know. And now I realize I probably should have checked those spells and what they do before we start the game. But anyhow, I've been thinking that... Wait. Why does it seem like I don't have a weapon?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking quite a few times to actually check those spells. True, from at least Priest, Mage and now Cypher, but yeah, I totally always forget. Maybe next time. There's always the next time. I'll go with that. Sagani might be something I'll dismiss as stories goes, but we'll see. The White March, onwards. So Stalwart Village, there we go. It will take you 24 hours to complete your journey from Kaednoa to Stalwart Village. Accept. Your party is considered high level for the content in the White March. If you like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. The rewards you receive will be the same regardless of the option you choose. Your choice cannot be changed once it has been selected. I think I'm in level 9, and if I remember correctly, it is said that this would be level 8ish or something, and basically it always says this if you even one level up. So I think I'll go with the standard. Because again, it's been a while since I played White March, and if I remember correctly, I had a few problems at the time, but again, it's hazy at best. So I'll go with the standard. Because I don't really know how high would it go then. And I shouldn't be that over leveled. But we will see. Standard it is.
You set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
Oh, okay. So what lies beyond them? Let's press down and see.
It's Darthier, with a whole pack of them!
We can take these bastards!
Oh, okay. And we have news there. Chapel construction and whatnot. So, ogres?
Get on!
Why are... I have no idea why they stopped attacking.
Let's go!
So, am I... what level? I'm level 9. Okay. So, I guess we continue.
Look out!
Forward.
More of them by the fishery!
Fishery. Maybe they want just fish, you know? Oh, we probably should still be a bit more careful. Although we are doing quite well at the moment. Oh, but you, retreat.
Let's go!
I probably should have killed that. Attack this.
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this. That's it! Let's go! Let's burn this away!
I don't know. Am I playing too easy? It feels... I'm actually checking. No, still normal, yes. Maybe I should have taken the level up, but again, I don't know. I just remember that it was a bit hard when I last played. Oh. And besides, this is just a introduction, so...
Dead on!
Skins, fish, might as well take it. Okay, you are crack ogre. Okay, just well. Well, I'm taking damage at least, so I'm not totally invincible.
Let's go!
No. Spickleback jerky, yes, let's take that.
Steady does it.
Nope, nothing. Well, we'll definitely go around these areas anyways, so... Okay, let's be a little bit more cautious this time. I don't know what... Well... Surprisingly, they are protected against cold. Makes sense.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Okay, maybe I should do something.
Yes?
So, if cold is something you are...
Like wood and rock.
So I hazard to guess that fire will work nicely. Either knock him down. And I might use this. Oh, it's actually a name character. That makes sense.
Let's go.
Ouch. That really hurt. Okay, seems it's okay that I didn't put on them. Balancing.
Thick wood and rock.
By the way, everybody shoot that. Oh, Ada. No. Oh, right, he's on our side. Oh. Nope, he's not on our side anymore.
That's it. Let's go.
Could have a gun. Oh, bloody hell, I'm down. Okay, yeah, it... That really messed things up when the war leader came to our side, because
Here's a lesson to
I
be
had
taught.
a plan and that went sideways completely. But we should be winning this.
That's it.
Dead on.
I'm just sleeping here now. So, no.
Darcier's fallen. Back to the matron now.
Well, good thing they left because I was dead. Well, not dead, but out of count. Sorry about that. You're in the Renegade. You're the one Renegade sent for. She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just up the way, next to the Gréf's rest. Okay?
Katie's house is burning. Hurry, they're both in there.
All right, then.
Okay, so burning house.
Help, the hut's coming down.
Okay, Okay, the roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames, lighting the snow in the stark orange hue. Several beams have been reduced to ember-dotted husks. Through the hut's threshold, you can see only billowing smoke. Fire rose as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot, and the building is a maze of flame. Withstanding the smoke and navigating the fire will be a challenge. Now, I don't know... I'll try myself. It's either me or Ede. Unfortunately, I can't remember the stats. You leap over the burning threshold, plunging past a whale of smoke. Inside the house, fire has pitted the walls and beams, and thick haze rolls through the building. It is hard to see even a few feet ahead, save for the occasional gleams of glowing embers. Continue forward. The air is thick with acrid black smoke. The smoke leaves you coughing and fatigued. You move onward through a haze of heat and soot. The hut groans and shifts as the blaze grows. With a mighty groan, the burning beam comes crashing down. Caught off guard, you are pinned beneath the heavy log. Push the beam away. Call for help. I'll try to push the beam away. Even reeling from the impact, you are still able to heave the debris away with relative ease. You get back on your feet, a little winded from the ordeal. Or winded. Flames rise and lick at you. You can keep going, but not for much longer. Well, we continue. Pressing forward, you come at last to a wider room. The left is a man, the source of the faint cries for help. He stands trapped behind a curtain of flame, arms raised to ward off the heat. It may be impossible to reach him, but without quenching the fire's worst. To the right, woman lies unconscious, beneath what appears to have once been roof. She's small, but the rubble trapping her looks heavy. Smoke winds its way up and out in the open air, obscuring all sight. I'll try right. This woman is trapped beneath considerable amount of rubble, including heavy crossbeam. A purpling bruise on her temple suggests that she was struck as the debris fell. In her outflung hand, you can just make out a glint of the ring. I'll use a primer to clear the rubble. Use the primer against the section of the crossbeam and using every ounce of strength to lift it clear. After a period of fruitless struggle, the beam finally begins to rise by a slow degree. With one great and final effort, you have the last of the rubble clear of the woman. Though still unconscious, the woman is free of the rubble and can now be moved. I'll carry the woman out and hopefully I can come back for the man, but I don't think I can. Or maybe if I help the man... The problem is, I'm gonna risk it. You fight to remain conscious, but the exhaustion and lack of air do their work. You're soon overwhelmed and oh, right. In the hazy state of unconsciousness that follows the sound of shouting and the crash of burning timber, drifting in and out your hearing. You wake sometime later to find Ada. I probably didn't save anyone, having tracked you to safety. Bloody hell.
They're gone. Both of them.
You're right, I was sure the thing was coming down and taking you with it. The man wipes his brow and stares up at the collapsing house. I think I managed to save one of them earlier. Yeah, I should have realized that probably our constitution is not high enough to honestly save both of them and should have dragged the woman out. But my thinking was that maybe if I could help the man fast, the woman is already out of the trouble, so maybe we could both take her. I think that could probably work if you have more constitution or something like that. But we effed it up, and I could obviously load and try to save one of them, but I think I'll go with this. Too bad about Lurgolder and Keedy. His eyes widen as the section of the roof collapses. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over a Hefrerix and have one of me. He flips you a couple flat, hard bones. Okay. We pretty much failed that royally, but yeah. Nature Spellbind Dominate off result. Ooh. Wait. Did it go stash or on me? Oh right, it went to Eder, okay. Okay, wait a minute, I'll have to get something to drink. I'll be right back. So, we really effed it up. Oh! 2020 hindsight, probably should have said the guy first, because I think he can just leave and then help the woman. Now that I think of it, Aloth probably could have used the spell, because now I have a faint recollection I used Aloth last time. And he might have used the spell. I can't remember. I'm definitely didn't say both of them, but yeah. Hireling Bayday, Chapel Construction, a Supplicant, Twin Elms. Okay. Definitely not gonna. Hey. And construction is complete, so So it's Warden's Lodge and dungeons left. I'll go with the Warden's Lodge because it actually gives prestige and defense. So yeah, let's go with that. And dungeons last. Okay. Well, that was a burning start on the White March, killing everybody. Now, let's check around a little bit. Wait, do I have my group? No, I don't. Because I kind of want to see if there's something to be found. Well, there is something.
Fresh fish! Freshly caught!
Really?
Effigy's eyes! It looks at me!
You mean the fish?
Ah!
Okay. Weird time to sell fish, if I'm completely honest. Or something like that. I don't know. So let's go see the fish. A dozen pair of globular eyes stare up piteously from discarded heads of the day's catch, awash in a pungency of fins and innards. Shift through the fish grabs. Your hand runs up and against something round and fleshy, the size of a melon. It is smooth and scaleless, and part seems to be covered in hair. A discarded head, perhaps, but not that of a fish. Pull out the head. With one hand on either side of the head, you begin to lift it out of the barrel, only to have it leap from your grasp as the head's owner springs over the lip of the barrel in an eruption of fish chunks that rain down over the market stall. And the man who leapt from the barrel stands facing you, nearly naked save for loincloth and drizzled in a fish viscera. He is covered head to toe in scars, tears and punctures, and the thorny imprints of lashings. Most are faded like old memories. Despite that, the condition of the man's body is remarkable, the drooping skin at his flanks and elbows the only evidence of his advanced age. His face is placid, but the rest of him appears prepared for anything.
You must forgive, Zawa. I was not expecting you.
He looks you in the eye at first, but his gaze drifts now and then, settling on strange parts of your face, as though distracted by new discoveries. If he is at all flustered, he gives no indication. So what the hell were you doing in that barrel? Zawa scratches behind his ear, dismayed.
Resting my eyes, I thought. Waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me insight.
Okay.
It would seem I dozed. A good thing my master was not alive to see it.
Zawa blinks, leaning to get a better look at you. His enlarged pupils seem to crowd out his pale irises.
Are you real?
Now that you ask, I'm not so sure. Yeah, let's go with the philosophical way. There is no way to be certain. Yes.
Of course. I meant no offense. But I find it is best to ask when Malkachoa is involved.
Malkachoa, I don't think that's hot cocoa.
A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these lands.
Ah.
It can reveal the true nature of many things.
You have a master, you said. The man traces your inadvertent glance at his scars. He smiles politely.
A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, as free as any of us.
But I still don't understand why you were in that barrel.
I was freeing myself from vanity.
Well, that ought to do it. Did he say sanity or vanity? Does it really matter? It works both ways anyways.
Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish?
I don't know. Well, if you elevate yourself over others because, well, hell, I love fish or something like that. I don't know. I hardly noticed the smell. Hard to argue with that. Well, hard to argue with that. Yeah, let's
I
go.
had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with the results so far.
Okay, good for you. And by the way, this is, of course, obviously one of the companions. He smiles at woman whose head is swiveled towards him as she passes by, a look of revulsion on her face. Distracted, her toe catches on a stone and she nearly falls on her face. He claps his hands together.
Yes, quite pleased.
You don't seem like you're from around here.
I was visiting a monastery not far from here. I found it empty, but I met a messenger as I left.
Please go on.
He carried a call for aid. Seeing that he would find no monks at the monastery, I chose to go in their place. Zawa is no longer young, but in combat he is still the greatest of the Takan people. It seemed only right that he should go.
Those scars are from battle? Zawa glances down at his body.
From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies.
He points at various patches of crisscrossing scars.
These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these...
He points to his face.
These were for vanity.
So you made those scars?
I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones. I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear. When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable.
And you have achieved this?
I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that moment, I am a match for anyone.
Well, I guess that's, the point, that the wounds must have caused you to suffer greatly, but let's ask it anyways.
Of course, I am fortunate to have suffered so much. If I did not suffer, I would not aspire to free myself from it. I would wander from one unfulfilling goal to the next. More wealth, a better station. My soul would wither. But to search for a place beyond suffering's reach is to nurture the soul, to harden it against the elements. Suffering is the greatest gift the gods have given us, their most beautiful, perfect creation. It is the hand that turns the wheel.
So, do you often smear yourself with fish?
Gods, no. What a way to travel the world.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know.
The usual way is to smear yourself with the ashes of the dead. But they do not burn their dead here, so I have to make do with what the land provides.
Adapt and overcome, yes, he sniffs there.
The cold seems to conquer the smell. Even now, the scent hides itself. Disappointing.
Insert gift disappointed. Stalwart hired me as well.
I would not say I am hired. I seek no wage, and I promise no result.
Just the way I do work. Anyhow, let's continue.
I have chosen a path, and my spoils come from walking it.
An uneasy frown settles on his face, almost a wince.
And this fortress, this Durgan's battery, its people are gone. Zawa would know why.
If you seek the White Forge as well, I could use the help of an experienced warrior. Zod's face tilts upwards, his eyes fixing on the sky. He remains motionless, entranced. At length he blinks as if awakening and looks back at you. He shrugs cheerily.
If one wishes to swim, it is no time to argue with the current. We are here together in this moment because a perfect force has willed it. Who is Zawa to argue?
He looks you squarely in the eyes, and for once they do not drift.
I will walk with you so long as the gods wish it so.
Let's be on our merry way. Now, yeah, this means we need to level you up. We will find...
Farewell.
Sorry about that, Sagani. We'll recruit you. I have no idea how to play this character because... he's a monk. Seems a bit like Trevor. Anyhow, I'll go starting looking how to level up this. I don't know what to do with this. I'll have to think about it. So once I'm starting to level up, I'll show you guys what's going on. So be right back. Okay, first level done. We have Athletics 3. That's the only thing we could buy for now. And then I took lesser wounds. Lowers the monk's wound threshold, allowing him or her to gain wounds at a faster rate. I think the wounds are like the Cynix was that you gather them while fighting, and then you can do great stuff, if I understood correctly. I'll probably go with unarmed, because honestly I don't know what weapons to give him. We have still 2 other guys to join, and we'll see how this goes. But next level, I'll be right back. Well, survival to 3, and then I decided to take turning wheel. Passive combat. Only the monk is able to channel physical pain into pure energy and redirect it at his or her attackers. While the monk has wounds, he or she adds proportional fight bonus to melee damage. To be honest, seems like an okay thing to have in this place. After all, there's quite a lot of icy things going on so far. It should be nice. And let's continue leveling up. Now, this is a hard one. I took 2 points stealth, 2 points lore. Then I decided to take... well, that's automatically. Monks achieve greater understanding of their body's capabilities through enduring the hardships of existence. The base damage starts much higher than other characters and increases permanently every 3 levels they gain. Now for talents, I actually had to check this out. Like I said, I'm checking a little bit about monks because I had no idea about these characters at all, even less than chanters and whatnot. Chanters I checked last time when I was playing, but never monk. So 2 weapon style, it increases the character's attack speed while using weapon in each hand. Well, you're asking, well, if you're unarmed, do you use hands as a weapon? Yes, you do apparently. So this should affect on monk when he's not using any weapons, and basically his hands should count as weapons. At least that's what I gathered. So I hope it works. Or this is a useless talent. But again, I don't really worry about that because, like I said, a monk is... maybe I use it, maybe I don't. We'll see. So anyways, next level, be right back. So 1 point in stealth, 1 point in lore, and then I took swift strikes. The monk's hands become a frenzied blur of attacks, increasing the attack rate for a brief period. So basically 25% attack speed for 10 seconds and cost 1 wound. Because more speed. Speed is good. More damage. I hope. At least. If everything goes correctly. Anyways, see you soon. Well, again, I pressed the next level when I did the last level up. So I bought athletics and rest of the points I saved. And I took lightning strike, which makes them swift strikes to do shock damage, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I'll continue leveling up, and hopefully I don't press the next level or just next. Be right back. So 1 point in lore, 1 point in survival. Okay, this is something I got automatically. Crucible of Suffering. The monk gains temporary insight through endurance, gaining a temporary bonus to fortitude, reflex, and will whenever hostile. So basically, plus 10 fortitude, reflex, and will whenever a hostile effect expires. And Transcendent Suffering 3. Monks achieve greater understanding of their bodies. Yes, their base on a damage starts much higher. Okay, so it's even better. Fine. Next level. You're back. And here we are. Athletics +1. And I decided to take Apprentice's sneak attack. Hopefully that helps. More damage. Yay. I think this is the last level, so be right back. Okay, and I decided to buy more stealth and took a duality of mortal presence. The monk gains 2 model abilities that allow him or her to switch between bonus to deflection and a bonus to all other defenses. Because I don't know if I probably should keep his armor light, so maybe something that gives deflection is nice, and of course when somebody's controlling me, other defense is nice too. Hopefully. I think that's the last one. Hopefully it's the last one. Because we will have 2 more characters to join us, so you...
Zawa is ready.
So for now, keep that. So you are monk. Yeah, quite decent damage and quite good accuracy. So, so we are going to check him out at least, if nothing else. Honestly, you probably can be there. Okay. So we have 2 more, Barbarian and Rogue, to join us at some point. Quite soon, I think. So that means more level ups. What is this place? Stalwart Fishery. Is it now? Well, let's go and check it. We'll have to check these places anyway, so why not now?
Ah.
Back to
Now
work,
we can
everyone.
all
No
free
time to
ourselves
dally.
from vanity.
Okay. So, what do we have in here? Probably fish. Well, no. I was wrong. Worker, Grinde. And clerk. Grinde?
Yeah.
No, Grinde.
A fine thing you reached us when you did. They would have burned the fishery next, mark my words.
Consider them marked.
And the last thing this lot needs is another excuse to knock off early.
He raises his voice at his last remark and glowers around the room. The other fisher folk look studiously away and focus on mending nets, gutting fish, and sorting the day's catch. I can't imagine why there'd be any irony. He looks as if he's trying not to breathe. Aloth.
Anyway, excuse the mess. If there's something you need, the clerk can get you sorted.
He raises graying eyebrow at a man sorting various stock and supplies near the back of the room.
Just watch your step if you've a mind to look around. The floors are slick and none too pleasant to fall on.
I've got a few questions about the fishery, apparently.
Been running it 4 decades now. Reckon I can tell you what you want to know.
Seems like a big operation.
It may stink of fish guts, but there's no place more critical to Stalwart's survival.
He nods, a blush of pride rising above his beard.
Herds come and go, so there's seasons when our catch sustains the village.
Glances around the fishery, bustling with activity and warm with the heat of the cook fire.
But try telling these folk as much. We go home each day covered to the elbows in fish oil and entrails, reeking of our work.
It's a dirty business, but somebody has to do it. His eyes soften with a gaze of stern but loving father. Charming.
Stalwart's shrinking, but it would disappear if we lost the fishers. I drive 'em hard, but I can't afford to do otherwise.
Now the stupid question. What do you do here?
Just about everything. I track the day's catches and see that our nets and hooks are in working order.
Okay, thank you.
My family's been in charge of the fishery since the early days of Stalwart. I know the best spots to find frost dive or an iron-toothed pike, and I make sure we don't overfish the speckleback.
Interesting. So maybe there...
Need anything else?
Not yet, at least. Maybe there is something else smelling here also other than fish, because there's some weapons over there.
Right.
And clerk. I wasn't expecting anyone to come by the fishery for a while. Guess that's the proper way to go about it, really. Carry on like it's business as usual. Can I get you anything? Let me see what you have. Of course. Ring of Overseering. Ivory worm figurine. Summon 2 worm. 1 per rest. It's only 1 per rest, but to be honest, I could kinda want to buy it. I have the money. Ring of Overseering. I already have one of these. Didn't Aloth? have that. Yes, exactly the same. Not that I think I couldn't buy it. I'll go with the worm figurine. Might as well. Did I have anything to sell you guys? I think I do. Any weapons? No. These are... So it's here. Obviously we are not selling any animals, but you are Elder Wolf Fang, Elder Lion Fang, and Elder Antelope Horn. Wolf Hide, yes. Lion Hide. I totally forgot I have these. Bear Hide. Shattered Animate Armor. I think that's it. Honestly, it's better to sell weapons. But anyways, we'll take what we can, of course. I have a sneaking feeling there's something else going on here. Because of the weapons, of course. There's something going on here. There's got to be. More than a fish.
Shh, there's little town left. If there was much of one to begin with.
So we have Temple of Ondra, Udran's Wagon, Tyrsk's House, Longmarch Falls, Gréf's Rest, Stalwart Hot Springs, Durgan's Battery, Renegade House, Vena's House. So we have a little things to check around. So let's start here. Okay. I'll find it without your help. Not giving up, you hear me? I think whole town will hear it. Charlatans, you'll what? A dwarf paces with his head down and arms crossed, only stopping to hurl glances at the building behind him. His face is smeared dark with grime, and soot falls from his beard as he mumbles to himself. Work my hands into bloody stumps in this place, and for what? He kicks at the mound of dirty snow. Hopefully it's not yellow snow. Start with nothing, live with less. He extends his arms out. Enjoying the taste of misery, are you? Grow a spine. I'll go with that. The dwarf cocks his head to the side and lifts an eyebrow. With a grunt, his reaction settles into a smile of self-aware irony. You got the right of it, and my old self agrees. Well, good riddance, should have never settled here in the first place. Some things you mean to leave behind, come to find out you packed them anyway. But I'm not leaving until I recover what's mine. They can't deny me again, not after this. Okrun gestures at the burnt-out buildings. Those sweet-tongued priests took my heirlooms, buried in memory of my past, they said. Now I don't even have that. I take it you gave something of yours to one of the Ondra's gift-bearers. Okrun takes his gaze away from the ground and gives you the sideways glance. You're quick. Wish I had those wits when they spoke of peace and redemption in the eyes of the goddess. Those Ondra priests, Ondra's dogs, said the goddess would forgive, that some things are best left to be forgotten. He nods towards the nearby temple. Their leader laughed. I believed her words. Another one of them, gift-bearer, took my medallion. He closes his stocky hand into fist. And now they won't tell me where it is. Your problem is that you keep meaning to the meaningless object. Here, let me show you something. I need one of your rings. So, Okrun draws back his hand, but Zahua gives him a trustworthy nod. After a moment's hesitation, Okrun relents, dropping a jeweled band into Zahua's outstretched palm. Immediately, Zahua flings it into the lake. See, you are no worse off. Okrun's face, already splotched with pink from the cold, turns a deep shade of crimson, and his mouth puckers as though his head were set to implode. After a tense moment, his breathing slows, and his fist unclenches, his original look, pain, frustration returning. Well, that's one day. What they tell you? What did you want to forget? What else did you give it to priest? Maybe there's something I can do. I'll find in. If I find anything, I'll let you know. They respond better to tact and tirade. They no sympathy? I'll bring the blight. Why would I waste my time on senile old dwarf who doesn't know what he wants from the moment to the next? Well, let's go. Why would they tell you? Because they think they know better. That's why. Said it was the only way I'd forget. So what did you want to forget? That was a different life. Better days until... Okrun closes his eyes, shakes his head. Motes of soot fall into his hunched shoulders. It's my burden to bear, not yours. I don't cast it away, but the memories I lost were all the wrong ones. What else did you give the priests? The dwarf casts a measuring look at him. He quickly turns his head away and nods. You understand its value. My armor, a set of finer than I ever seen, but worthless to an old dwarf. I traded it for the medallion, but fool that I was, I gave them both. If I find anything, I'll let you know. Not the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. The priest may pretend otherwise, but folks here tend to look only after themselves. I'd be surprised if they return it willingly. They believe it's sacred duty to cast the offerings to the goddess in some place where they'll be forgotten. Better to find where they dropped them, I think. What's Lofta's role in all of this? She leads the group of crows. They took over the temple as folks started to leave, came to unburden those that sought to forget their misery. They say. Tell me about this medal if you want to recover. It belonged to my sister. It was just a pretty trinket to her. To me, the dwarf cast his gaze down. She was the last of my family, least that still acted like family to me. I don't expect luck to praise me now, but if you find anything, I'll be here. Count on it. He gives you a vigorous nod. So, obviously we're doing that, because that's what we do in the games like these. We do everything. So who are you? Oh, it's working. Yes, I can't believe it's really... Oh, the dwarf woman looks at you. A disappointed expression on her face. In her hands is a large rectangular box covered in strange dials and symbols. What's working?
My ore locating divination tool. Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit.
Right.
My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrin dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype. Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, then I may be able to find ore deposits elsewhere. I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since.
I'll do it if you'll pay me for it.
Oh, of course! A real field test is worth the investment. I just have to adjust the device.
Hands move swiftly over the box, adjusting knobs and dials.
It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside. If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this.
No problem whatsoever. So let's check that too. Use Ista's device to track down precious metals outside of Durgan's battery. So that is definitely something we can do. I met Grin, the head fisherman of Stalwart. He's a gruff fellow, but he seems to take a lot of pride in himself. So why is it a task if there's nothing there? Regrets worth of trading. Speak louder about... Yes, we need to talk to... Now, anything else? Probably fish. Is that stealing? It's not. It isn't stealing, so we might as well take the fish. Now, let's see what we've learned from Lofta. I think I might remember this one. But anyhow, I digress. First things first, can we... Well, we could steal, but obviously I'm not gonna steal. Carvings dedicated to adorn every inch of this large wooden chest. It appear firmly secured, even with no latch or locking mechanism inside. Inspect the chest. The chest seems old, its wood cracked and bleached by the passage of time. before you can take a closer look, an acolyte snaps around to face you. Don't touch that, his voice cracks like a whip. The other acolytes look at him as if to urge some composure. He frowns. I mean to say, that's sacred to Ondra. Please leave it alone. I guess I will leave it alone for now. Not yet too ready to massacre people. So we have a Settle and Laughter. Who are you? A young man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. The creases in his face, that despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer a slight twitch as you approach him. I got nothing for you to speak with. Speak with Laughter if you must. He turns away, his nose wrinkled. Okay. Laughter. Veins course under this woman's pale skin like an icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Ondra welcomes you into her embrace. Her features soften with compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. If you let Goddess help with your hardships, of course. I want to ask about Okrun's heirloom. The dwarf already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation softens her tone. She seems to catch herself modulating her voice back to a pleasant timbre. And naturally, we'll do what we can for you too. Ask what you will. So Okrun wants his medallion back. She brings her hands together and nods. Ah, Okrun, how often we let the shadows of the past become burden even to others. That medallion, it waits on Okrun's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. Isn't that for him to decide? He did. He understood their souls, that the goddess can keep those who like him. It was explained to him that many have second thoughts, but one does not withdraw something offered to a goddess. In time, the memories fade and they come to see the wisdom of their original pledge. His belongings, his past, now rest in Ondra's realm, to be forgotten so that the wounds of the soul may heal. This is the will of the goddess. Let's suppose Okrun has moved on. Tell me where his heirloom is. I wonder what the village leaders would have to say about that. The will of mortals or gods has never stopped me before. Her will flows in tides. Maybe Okrun still needs the medallion to discover how to... Let's go with that. Her will flows in tides. Maybe Okrun still needs the medallion to discover how to forget. For a moment, the priestess scans the floor before her as if in search for an answer. She nods. You're well versed in the intricacies of our fate. No use in hiding anything from someone like you. Stop. Pull your tongue out of my ass. There's no need to quarrel over the mysteries of a goddess. Well, I'll tell you what you wish to know. Okrun's heirloom was taken by Insti, chosen gift-bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Ondra. Only he knows where. You could ask him yourself, but he's on a trek through the mountains of Durgan's Battery. If you run to Insti, tell him he has urgent duties to attend here. Tell me about your gift-bearer. Insti had business near Durgan's Battery. Those mountains are dangerous. If you insist upon carrying out this request of Okrun's, then that's where I'd search for answer. It's hard to believe that only the gift-bearer knows where Ondra's offerings are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees up us from our earthly burdens. It's best if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under their weight. Really? Anything else? Well, we are not gonna ask about Ondra. Now. Again.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Oh. As you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams shut behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like a priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they are discussing you, but you're also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through. Although there may be other places nearby where you'd stand a better chance.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Well, we have this. The wooden shutters of the temple's window close tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. You can't quite make sense of the murmur, but cracking a shutter open would likely help. A rusty iron latch holds the window shutters closed. With care, you should be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Let's unfasten the latch. Let's take a risk. You carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in hopes the priest didn't hear. The conversation continues uninterrupted. Push the latch open, listen to the... Well, we have oil. We use that. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives away without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open enough to let the voices flow through. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that. Hope the mountains will do it. What if X? His sentence cuts off as if the man were speaking to all sides of the room. Suppose he tells them instead. What then? You recognize Lafna's voice responding. Why would he? And with all those dangers near the battery, our gift bearer won't delay. I expect... The man interrupts her. You always expect. Look, where's that taken us? A dying village, ogres at the walls, Ixtli not back yet, and now I have to do this, but... His voice drops and sits, muffling what he has to say. After a moment, Lafna replies. Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance? A pause ensues, tension growing until the priestess's voice cut it in half. We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch quickly. After that, we'll decide. The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last word. In that Russetwood pond, I'll go. Their exchange seems to end. Cautiously, you step away from the window of Ondra's temple. I think they were sending us to a wild goose chase. I kind of want to go do that now. But I also need to rest. Bloody hell. Let's rest. But, well, find the kit where sets waters. Oh. Well, let's make a proper save. Okay, I'm gonna check the rest of the village. Because why not? So that is where we go. Ah, you, sir, do you sell something nice? Oh, by the way, there's something. Ringer berries. Delicious with pie. With warm apple pie. The Olambosi, the adventurer who saved the village. So good of you to visit my humble wagon. I'm Idoran. How's business? Oh boy, like this place, not much going to be made trading in furs and fish. I came to the White Marsh because I assumed there would be no competition. And I have none, because there's nothing to compete over out here. Would you like to trade? If you're not making any money out here, why do you stay? I was rather vocal about my inevitable success with my friends and family. If I give up, I return with little more than I left, then... No, it won't be like that. I'm not giving up yet. Well, show me what have you for sale. Exceptional hunting but raiments of Vale's eyes. Unique light armor grants mirrored image when hit by a critical hit. Second level wizard spell. 25 defense against charmed confused attacks. 10 defense against dominated attacks. Ooh. That is definitely tempting. And also this. I don't know. I could buy it. Just the heck of it. Ultimate hat of alluring perfection. Plus might. +2 might, +2 constitution, -2 intellect, -2 result. Yeah, see, that is nice. Would either need intellect or resolve? I'll have to think about it. Rubik's Watchful Cloak Mark II. Weird name for a cloak. Unique. +2 enemies needed to flank, +2 perception. That could work with you. Ring of Deflection. Riona's Buckle. +5 accuracy when below 50. Oh, it's again below 50. It gives you defense against disease and poison, but yeah. Gauntlets of Accuracy. +5 accuracy. So let's see. How does it compare? What do I have? No. 5 is not that interesting. They could work on you again. Now. Well, is this... Yeah, it's 9. So we take this and this for now at least. Probably not this. Tempting as it may be. This could work on Berserker, I think. But we'll see. Yeah, this is this. But anything else I need or want? Oh, that was it, yeah. This could work on... You might use this. As, of course, it's light. Okay, I'm gonna buy this. I never use money, so it's of no consequence. So, have that. Oh. Wait, 0, 3. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Well, yeah, this is a light armor. Defense rating, damage reduction 3, so it's this. But at least we get the charm confused and whatnot. You have this. And this. You look more like a human now. What is the next place we go? Here. Yeah, this episode probably is a bit more slower paced again. What is this?
Something over there.
Thank you, Durance. Meat. And money. Now, let's go check this out. I'll have to say that that was a smart move of me to take those metagame information out of the game, so I don't start thinking that I should have, oh, wish I had 1 point, or doing... Basically, I'm just going what I have. That's quite invigorating, all things considered. Of course, showing those...
It must be soon. 2 days, no more.
It also, of course, if you have them on, you could know what you're missing. You could try to go for
That's
those.
settled.
And, of course, it helps on the Turk Copper bracelet. It will help on the next playthroughs. So you can see that, oh, I didn't have this or that skill, so maybe next time I'll do this character and that character. Anyways, I digress. So, the Durgan batteries is mostly known for its steel. The refineries also produced extremely high-quality copper that was used in coinage, art, and jewelry. This copper bracelet is typical of jewelry that was produced in community at its site. Interesting. I don't know what we are going to do with that because it was locked. So what was the... Is it in the quest items? I mean the weird... That's the sword hilt. or locating device. I guess it is enough. It's just here, you know. Anyways, hello there, Tyrsk. This dwarf is busy staring into the fire, slowly puffing away on his pipe. As you greet him, he is visibly startled and his pipe clatters to the floor. So you did hear the door opening.
Sorry. Didn't hear you come in.
Oh, okay.
My ears aren't what they used to be.
He stoops, wincing, to retrieve his pipe. When he rises again, he has a hand against his side. How did he get injured?
Wasn't the ogres, I can tell you that. Put a few arrows in one of those and they generally have the good sense to back off.
So what was it?
But I've been hunting this wolf for near a year now. A man-eater. Cunning, nasty thing. Every time I get close, it just slips away.
She's a man-eater. It's not good.
The beast has already claimed many lives. The first victim was my son, Saldrin.
Thirsk looks down at his pipe for a moment, features hardening. Go on, Zadua.
Got the better of me this last time. Distracted me long enough for one of its kin to turn up. Nearly bit me clean in half. I'm a few weeks out from trying again.
You said this thing is a wolf? Where is this based? Can you tell me about your previous encounters? I'll keep an eye out for it. No animal is going to best me, I'll bring it down. You said this thing is a wolf?
No ordinary wolf. A monster. This creature is big. And I see the signs it leaves behind. The mess it made to the last couple of hunters and the elk. Doesn't always finish its meals. Damn thing might be sick. Might have a bullet in its jaw. Something. In any case, it needs to be put down.
Is this Liam Neeson's Grey? Where is this beast?
It roams the Russetwood out to the west. Seems to have decided the lake is a good place to find prey.
So we have things to do in Russetwood. Who would have thunk?
Yeah. It's picked off some scattered ogres from time to time. But mostly it's been going after hunters. Travelers.
And what about previous encounters?
Nothing to tell. Near misses, all of them. One time he clambered right up the cliffs to avoid my snares. Another time, he chased a bear into my camp. I nearly had him once. I could hear him below, eating, and I had the gun aimed right for him. Until the wind changed. He charged headlong into the tree to get at me. Nearly knocked me off my perch. And when I righted myself, he was gone.
No animal is going to best me, of course. I go with the aggressive.
It needs doing. But I warn you, this beast is not to be trifled with. It must make its lair somewhere to the west. If you mean to go there, keep your wits about you. Watch yourself on the mountain. In these lean times, everything looks like prey to something.
Okay, let's ask, who are you? It's finally nice to ask who he is after we talked so long.
I'm Thiersch.
Oh, Thiersch.
I've lived here long enough that Kith have started calling me the Old Hunter. And that's about all I can say for myself.
Any other?
Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
Okay, what can you tell me about Stalwart?
Well, I can tell you it won't be here much longer if things go on as they are. With the mines closed, we've lost what put us on the map in the first place. We're losing people every month. Too many mouths to feed and not enough to support them. Even the game's dwindling. I've been lucky. I've hides and horns enough to keep the traders happy, but now the ogres are picking the rest of us off.
Oh, what can you tell me about the ogres? Oh, there's no voice acting here. Only that they've been coming down in force again and again, trying to drive us out or kill us outright.
The moment we started looking into Durgan's battery, it was like we'd kicked a hornet's nest.
That's weird. No sound, voice acting, and then voice acting after. Oh, okay.
You made a good showing against that last group, by the way. I think you've given them reason to think twice about coming back.
So why is their hunting so poor?
It's been a colder season than usual, and the elk herds aren't faring well. We're stuck fighting with the ogre clans and the wolves over what's left. Not to mention the occasional beast. We've lost a lot of young hunters.
And has the legacy struck Stalwart as well?
It has. We had some hope in the early days that we'd be spared, isolated as we are. That hope died in a hurry. Not everyone's been so unlucky, of course. You'll see a few pampered sprats around.
Treating them like precious stones won't see them grow up any faster, if at all. The sudden sorrow in his features belies his soft laughter. Well, we are not asking hunting stories, at least not for now. So indeed, we have a wolf to deal with now. Because of course. So, what is next place? That's Gréf's Rest, Renegil's house, Tana's house. Okay. Lovely pools.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work.
Who are you? Revo.
Figured you'd be out of here in a flash after the fighting died down. Most people don't stick around after they figure out the ogres are making regular visits. I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know, if I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havrick's still sour at me.
Oh, what's this about, Havrick?
Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any.
I can see why. Oh, so it's Gréf. Okay.
Did you know he has a whole case of Fenland liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again.
Finland. So,
As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be.
what's so special about this stuff?
They say a single drop changes your life. You'll never want to have a drink of anything else. Probably that's all rubbish, but it's supposed to be very good.
I see.
It's delusional is what it is. Hey, look, maybe, not that you have the face for it or anything, but maybe you could help me out.
Speak. Oh, bravo. Subtle indeed.
Havrick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on.
So, what do I get out of this?
I'll pay you for it. I swear it. We'll split my wages. And the bottle, too, if you like. I just want to be able to say these lips have tasted the best the Ishamael Plains have to offer.
Anyone ever tell you you're a little strange, Rayfold? Let's go with that.
Nothing so kind. You try living here a few years and see how you turn out.
Okay, we want steel alcohol for you. Sure. Oh. Security reports cutthroat bandits will at... Let's see how the outer result goes. So will it... Curtain wall was destroyed. Okay. So we need to... purchase it again. Fine. So that's how it goes then. Oddly, this reminds me of something. I mean, the alcohol. I don't think it's as easy as he says.
If it's okay, I'm gonna wait by that fire there while you do that thing with the battery.
Right. Villager, child. So apparently some of the childs...
Owena! Go check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't steal nothing.
Some of the childs survive from the curse. Interesting. Obviously we can check these. What is this? Potion of iron skin. Why? Might as well take it. Did somebody notice me? Huh. Maybe they did. Ovinna? Who are you?
Excuse me, was there something you need?
She jumps. She knits her fingers together and looks intently at the floor. Farewell. So maybe later then. No. Durwood and Charm Belt. 0.2 move speed. And minor cloak of protection. Well, no. Decent stuff. Well, decent-ish. Aleph, who are you?
No offense, but I already paid Halfrick for this room.
None taken. Maybe you're important later? You have a cook, oh, Halfrick. Yara, who are you then?
Ooh, still can't.
Thought I'd found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too. Pharaoh raises a frosty mug to you. Even though the warmth of her heart reaches you here, her hands are wrapped in wool and her ears muffled by a hat. Her face has the taut, wind-beaten look of someone who's recently come from the road.
As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
She takes a drink, and as she tilts her head back, you see a bruise purpling her jaw and the crimson bloom of scraped knuckles. So what the hell happened to you?
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. We picked up a good haul, too.
So where's the rest of your group then?
So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us.
Doonboog?
Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called.
Lagufoth? Okay. So what is that?
Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran.
I'm sorry, it's Doonbog from the Terror, not Doonboo. Sorry. Either, okay.
Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem.
With your whining, at least you made it. You can't mean to leave those relics behind. Yeah, you can't mean to leave those relics behind.
Don't I know it? I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself. But I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition.
And here comes the question.
But you've got your own expedition to the battery, don't you? While you're out there, maybe you could look for my goods. Whatever's left of them.
I'll definitely gonna look for them. The question is, do I give them to you? That's the whole other thing.
I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed.
Tell me what you're looking for.
Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know?
What do you know about Durgan Battery?
Just that it's been locked up tight for 200 years on account of those dwarves having a row.
Those damn dwarves.
Which means that any trinkets from inside fetch a nice price. Sorry, I'm more of a businesswoman than a historian.
Why are the relics so important to you?
We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back.
Oh, I guess you're one of the dozens then. Goodbye. So that definitely gives us interesting ideas whether we give it to him or not. And Red, stop. Hey there, good timing. You can watch me drones, Bertven. Alcohol and sharp object. This won't end well. Once, Andred, you won once. What are you playing? Orlan's Head. That's what they call it anyhow. Smooth. You pick a target, see? Nose or ears. Nose is worth more, but you got 2 ears to work with. You get less points the further out from the target you get. So for the mouth and eyes, no points if you miss. Fancy a game? 3 throws each are and 3 throws each, and whoever gets the most points by the end of it wins the wager. I'll put down 50 bands if you will. Sure, let's play. I don't know if it works. And Red pulls throwing knife from his belt, turning it over in his hand. Wager 50 bands, you in? Yeah. Good man, I'll go first, just show you how it's done. And Red aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the eye, scoring 5. And Red walks up to retrieve the knife. Your turn. Let's see how if I hit the nose. The knife hits the nose, scoring 10. And Red aims carefully and throws his blade. Mouth, scoring 5. I'll go with the nose again. Missed completely. So we are in even now. Nose. And I lost. That's 17 for you and 20 for me. The game's mine. Well, they're going to. And Red Snickers, come on back if you want to try again. Okay. And Bertman. It's our ogre-slaying friend. Have they crowned you the King of Stalwart yet? My friend doesn't mean to be an ass. It just comes natural. Well, I'd want a crown. Okay, no more. So nothing in here. I guess this is stealing too, so we don't take the cheese. Tan Lake Gambler.
Now this I haven't seen before.
Oh, wood. Wait. Lovely drop. So it's a Gréf's rest cellar for Fenland Lego array followed the clerk. At the local fishery in Stalwart claims that the Hayfreak has stored expensive spirits in the inn tucked away somewhere in the cellar. Rayfall has offered me a reward in exchange for finding the bottle for him. Again, like I said, I probably think...
Now this I haven't seen before.
And Pond says he trips them.
You're awful.
What did they say? He trips them. Okay. Let's see if I can actually disarm it. I can. Good.
That's settled. That's settled.
Add a hidden thing.
That's settled.
And the problem is, of course, I can't steal. But I can take this hidden compartment. Oh. Oh, I can. Interesting. Vitally. Yeah, I will take that, yeah. Iron skin. Fenland Liger. I have a sneaky feeling that there's something wrong with this because I don't think this is the liquor. But I can't remember if I said that. This is somehow I remember. Because I kind of have a faint recollection of this quest. In the Light of Dawn, I read Serran Morality Play, Part 1, Charity and Generosity. Okay. Anything else? Now, let's see if I can talk to these guys over here. This was too easy for my taste. The hero of the hour, Hefric sent you down to check out us. We aren't causing trouble, on my word. Oh. Who are you? Denleisk. Humble fisherman, though, with the ogres coming down all the time. Well, I'd sooner fish for truth down a bottle for the time being. Odd place for a game? Is it? Eric doesn't like me making ruckus upstairs, so I get the cellar to myself, provided I don't go digging in his stores. That's a fair bargain, right, lads? We have our fun. What are you playing? Dozens. Care to test your luck? Each of us puts down 50 pounds, 3 wins, and you take the 100. Could explain the rules if you like. I'll check the rules. It's simple enough. Winner takes all. We roll 3 dice each. Get 3 4s, and that's a dozen. Beats all other rolls. You roll anything else that sums to 12. That's the tower's second best. You roll any other triples. That's a god hammer. You get a pair. That's witnesses. 1, 2, and 3 is the same. That's the lowest. Any other roll is talkers. Doesn't amount anything, so you roll the dice again. You get it? Yeah, kind of, but I don't. Now, so what does it say? This bottle is wrapped in a bright stamped label declaring it to be a bottle of Fenland liquor. Yeah, that declaring it to be a bottle of Fenland liquor. Fenland liquor is distilled exclusively in the small red Serran town of Fenland, which sits on a rocky promontory overlooking a marsh. The liquor is distilled from local figs and flavored with a blend of marsh plants, resulting in sweet-tasting spirit that is popular both locally and abroad. Really? Let's talk to Hefric.
Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
The dwarf surveys the crowd, his expression sober despite the half-empty flagon by his hand. He shakes his head and looks to you, remembering himself.
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orlan the boot.
What Orlan?
Showed up a few days ago, sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot.
Okay.
Up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it.
What makes you so sure he's trouble?
We get our share of lowlifes coming through here. Smugglers, fugitives, kith looking to avoid the sharp eye of the law. Way he's keeping to himself, well, honest kith sure don't have cause for it.
I could talk to him.
Don't hurt him or anything. I just want him to leave peacefully. Given your history, I thought I'd be clear on that point.
What? My reputation precedes me?
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Refreshments. Do you sell any? Alot leans and whispers. Are you sure, Insiders? I think I saw a fish head floating in the stew pot.
Nothing like a pint to take the chill off.
So what do you sell? Well, you're not selling the alcohol. So we could sleep, dexterity and might. That's not bad. Well, we go with that. Hello? Hello, is someone there? Nice. I'll get something to drink. After that, we deal with the Orlan. I don't know what to do with the alcohol. Do I just give it to the guy? Because I think that is not the bottle I'm looking for. Huh. But again, does it really matter? I just want the money. I don't know. Anyways, I'll take a quick break and then we talk to the Orlan and see what he's doing here. So, be right back. So, let's see what the Orlan has to say. It's weird. Like I said, it's been quite long since I last played, especially the White March part. Starting to recollect few bits and pieces here and there. Because if you'd have asked me first few quests in this area, I would say I have no recollection of those, but now that I'm playing, I'm starting to remember something. But again, I have no idea. I think the liquor is trapped some sort of. Maybe poisoned? I don't know. I have no recollection how to do it otherwise. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter if I just get paid. Anyways, Aleph.
Not to be rude, but I'm rather busy. Can't you get another room?
Yes, wait. The Orlan turns and glances past you with a quick nervous motion. His ears shredded and scalloped at the edges are pressed against his skull. This one hides something. His mind is a maze of fear. Herefrick sent me to check on you. He thinks you're up to something. Herefrick sent me to check on you. He dislikes Orlan, so of course he thinks you're up to something. Let's go with the first one. He thinks you're up to something.
What? Oh no. No.
He runs his claws through his hair and tugs at his long, ragged ears. So what? Oh no. Can't imagine why he'd think a thing like that.
Is she there? Did you see her?
Who are you talking about?
Devala. That woman. The slaver, she...
She?
I was a slave in Raid Ceres. I ran away. Made it here. The mountains are usually the best place to lose slavers, but Devala's one of the best.
His hands tremble as he picks at his worn tunic. As long as slaves haunt his steps... Why did I go with that? There can be no freedom for his spirit. Quit babbling and tell me what you want.
I just want to get out of here. I've scraped together enough money to reach New Haelmar.
Okay. New Haelmar, that's hardly an emperor. He stops himself, eyes wide. I mean, it's lovely. You'll love it. Okay, Aloth.
But the locals talk about a Raid Saren party, camped west of town. It's got to be Devala. She's been after me since the foothills. I'll pay you if you can get rid of her. I don't care how.
Well, he's offering a job. I'll take a job. We'll see. I don't know. Although we are certainly evil paladin, sort of. I haven't been playing that really evilly at the times, and there is a tempting option probably to give that Orlan to his slave owner. But on the other hand, he hired us pretty much, so we should honor the contract. That would work as our... But anyhow, we will see once we see. I have no recollection about what kind of a person Devala would be. If she is as aggressive as I think she might be, then we're gonna have fighting words. The Elder. Oh, by the by.
Please tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you wouldn't believe.
There you go.
Wait, really? You did it! Oh, thank you! This is going to be great. Oh, and here's the money I promised.
Sure.
To the Lord of Cadnua.
He raises his bottle and takes a long drink.
Oh, that's
Oh no.
that's a bit strange. Here, have.
A bout of coughing overtakes his words. Shit, is it poison?
What? No, it just tastes awful. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay.
Did you see that? See, I think my tongue is going numb. Wait, I can't feel my face. What's happening?
Maybe I won't be sharing that drink after all. Rayfall pulls at his cheeks and then his nose with increasing desperation. A flailing fingers catches him in the eye and he yelps and covers his face clumsily with both hands.
I think I bit my... But I can't feel a thing. This has to be Havrick's doing. He must have put something in the bottle. Please, you have to help me.
I guess. Shame, embarrassment, desperation, physical impairment. I must inquire about this recipe. Well, if this is a trick, Havrick's bound to have an antidote.
Sweet gods, I hope so. Please, I'll give you the money I saved up. I'll give you more. Please, just help me.
Well, it's more money, so let's do it. And that was a level up also. Well, a bit different poison than I remembered, but yeah, poison nonetheless. I don't know, where would be the real... I'm fairly certain Durance would have found something if it's there, so it's got to be somewhere else. Maybe it's on the person.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Reynold ran afoul of a certain bottle of liquor.
So that little bastard finally got up the nerve to snatch it, did he? Well, serves him right. Maybe he'll think twice about stealing a man's vintage now that he's dribbling all over himself.
How long will the effects last?
You'd think I'd chance poisoning him with something I plucked off a bush? I made the stuff myself. It's not gonna wear off until I make an antidote.
I asked how long it would... Okay, so antidote. You're right, that is pretty funny.
Glad you think so. Look, I dabble in the occasional potion, but I never whip up anything I can't cure. He gets desperate enough, I'm sure he'll find someone to fetch him the ingredients.
What would you need to cure Rayfold?
You want to help him out, all you need is a river reed in the heart of an ice troll. You ought to find both by water. That creek out west, for instance.
A heart of what?
You heard me. Ice troll. Really, Rayfall's getting off easy. Those traps cost me a fortune.
Oh, okay. Is the taxes collected? Lost 297. Well, at least we got more this time. Is everything... Yeah, it's not finished yet. Where is that? Find the ingredients to cure Rayfold. Everett told me that he can whip up an antidote for Rayfold's miserable condition if I bring him some river reeds and ice roll hearts. He suggested both plant and beast can be found at Russetwood. Okay, so we have things to do in the Russetwood. Before that, we are gonna level up, so we are back. So I bought 1 point in stealth, saved rest so I can get lore next time. And for talents, I decided to take Deep Fate. I don't know if that's good, but it intensifies the paladin's fate, deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to fate and conviction. So basically, if I remember correctly, it gives deflection +2 and +3 for other defenses. So maybe good. I don't know. Let's see what we need to deal next. I'm gonna check. So this is giving base +4 checks, disposition +8 +16, and Deep Fate. Oh, sorry, yeah, Deep Fate. It's already there. So yes. I'm checking other things here. So yeah, I'm fairly certain it works. Faith, yes. +2 faith and conviction, +8 faith and conviction. So not bad overall. 16 faith and conviction, 3 and faith and conviction. Yes. Pretty good. $79.74. I think I have a highest will, at least in my group. Then Eda, so I'll be right back. Well, Eda was fast. I took 1 point in lore, saved the rest. Then I took Weapon Mastery Knight. Weapon Mastery represents increased refinement and dedication to the techniques used with fighters' chosen weapon mastery. Grants additional damage bonus on top of the standard bonuses provided by weapon specialization. So we got more damage. That's always nice. And last but not least, Durance. So be right back. Well, skills were easy. Mechanics +1. That left 1 point over. And for talents, the hat was a bit harder. I didn't really know what to pick. So I went to Scion of Flame because he does quite a lot of... I think the priest spells do quite a lot of burn damage. So increases burn damage and gives a damage reduction to burn. So I'll go with that. If I ever remember to use the priest spells. So that is the level ups for now. I'm sure others will follow soonish. So now what do we have? Overstaying is welcome. Dragon's Battery. Find ingredients. Hunt down the wolf. Find the gift bearer or search the waters of the Russetwood. I'll search the waters. Yes. Okay. So far so good. We have a couple buildings to go through before we go to the Russetwood. I think Russetwood, well, every quest points towards mostly to the Russetwood, so that makes most sense to go, of course.
Been looking everywhere for you.
Who the hell are you? Theodore. The man is sweating despite the cold. He opens his mouth to speak, but all that comes out is a loud hacking cough. He bends forward, pressing his hands on his thighs while he heaves and gasps. After a lengthy duration, he raises a finger, still panting. All Hefric's fault. Damn fool sent me to the other side of town looking for you. At last, he stands again. He wipes his dripping brow with the back of his hand and then offers that hand to you in greeting. Pick your nose, then shake his hand. Clever? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if that's clever. You know, I think I'm coming down with something. I'm probably contagious, deceptive. Shake his hand, diplomatic. Oh. Keep that to yourself. He withdraws his hand and coughs again, his cheeks brightening once more. Pleasure to meet you. I'm the captain of military around here. What's this about? I wanted to catch you before you went running off into the wild. See, there's a few dangerous folk you might be on the lookout for. Plus, if you're heading out to Longwatch Falls, I thought you might could pick up a thermal pearl for me. Why? You want me to find a thermal pearl for you. That's the thing, I already found it. I just need someone else to go out and get it. Aha, so there's a catch. Saw it in the hot springs up near Longwatch Falls. Would have grabbed it myself, but that's when I looked round and saw the Lagu Faith. Must be 50 of them. Okay. I would have thought, but I started to wonder what the rest of the Stalwart would do without me, so I ran for the sake of the village, of course. Of course, sake of the village. So what is this thermal pearl anyway? They form in the hot springs, something to do with all the minerals in the water. Smell kind of funny, but they're full of minerals. Just have to crumble them into a pint. And he grins, and you notice that his gums are bleeding. They cure scurvy. Like I said, the bells in one of the thermal pools near Longwatch Falls shouldn't be hard to spot. Anything else from the Longwatch Falls? It's east of Stalwart, got some nice views of the valley, but most folk avoid it these days. Plenty of wilder nearby, and it only takes a few inches of snow to block the pass. If you're heading out that way, I'd suggest talking to Tirs. He might have something to help you deal with the Lagufeth. That's all I need to know. You said something about dangerous folk in the wilderness. We got our share of crazies out here. Most of them aren't even from the village. Latest groups I'd heard of were the Gleaming Society and the Sisterhood of the Slaked Skull. But the Renegade set aside some bounty money to see that these troublemakers were taken care of. You bring me the heads of their leaders and I'll give you the payment. So what do you know about the Gleaming Society? Crazy pack of radicals that want to topple governments and kill the wealthy. Makes the War of Defiance look like a food fight. Duke Eva and the Regent of Red Seras both declared them illegal, which is probably the only thing those two would agree on. Anyway, check Longwatch Falls to the east. That's where they were last seen. Okay, and the Sisterhood of the Slaked Skull, who leads there? That'll be Metzla. All the members of the Sisterhood worship Berath by sending as many folk back to the wheel as they can. They've been poking around Durgan's Battery, and Vale only knows why. But you can understand why no one around here was pleased to hear about it. Passed through the town recently. Didn't stay long, but they stopped at the Temple of Ondra. You might see if Laughter knows something. If you come across them, be careful. They're unpredictable. Something else? I think that's it. Things to do, people to kill, fine. Now this would be...
Thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Renegild's house. So, let's go and check the Renengild. If I can open the door. They've destroyed the stockade, Mother. It's...
Enough. They're gone.
She holds up a hand, which is missing the final joint of the ring finger. But it's her voice, sharp and steely, that silences the young man. As he glowers at his toes, she turns to you with dark circles under her eyes and a smile pulled taut across her thin lips.
The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abidan knows it's a long one.
What was it, 48 hours or something like that?
Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
She shoots the young man with a brief but stern glare. He pulls knife from his belt and apple from his pocket and set to work. Interesting altering. There's a job that needs doing. That's what I'm here for, Rational. It's honor to be called here. Diplomatic, charming place like this. I can't imagine why you don't see more visitors. Clever, and then we have the benevolent. Let's be rational. There's a job that needs doing. That's what I'm here for.
Then far be it from me to waste your time with idle chatter.
She folds the map in her hand with a quick and merciless pinch.
Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
Her eyes shine, and for an instant she looks like a much younger woman. How the mighty have fallen. Truer words have never been said, Alice. Okay, so... that's all in the past.
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
She raises the map and taps a spot in the middle of white and grey expanse. I know of it, I guess.
Then you'll know that no one's felt as much as a summery breeze from the White Forge for over 200 years.
I have heard so, yes.
I'm hoping you can do something about that.
She ignores the young man who shakes his head at the crackling logs. How so? Me work a forge? I never done anything like that, and why would I do? And why would I do that?
Told you.
He checks his chin at Guild. His jaw is set in the rigid defiance of youth.
If uncovering one of the greatest mysteries of Kith civilization don't light your wick, then think on what's in Durgan's battery. A powerful forge and some of the finest weapons ever crafted.
That sounds awfully tempting. Yes.
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
Tell me about these other expeditions, why the sudden interest in White Forge, and what that's why you need my help. So, other expeditions?
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone. The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
So why the sudden interest?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mine shaft and something resembling an inn.
She dumps the sturdy wooden wall with her fist.
Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper. But the White Forge, well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands, business would come.
She folds her arms and gives you a stiff nod. The young man say nothing, but toss a sliver of apple peel into the fireplace. So, and that's why you need my help.
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
Just the White Forge. Nothing too much, of course. So why is Durgan steel so special? How is it no one gotten into the Durgan battery yet? What happened to the Durgan's battery? I don't see why you need the White Forge to make good steel. All right, any idea where? So, we are barraging all the questions. So, why is Durgan steel so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
In her enthusiasm, Renengeld shifts one of the bells of her feet. She props one bent arm on the other, pointing distractedly toward the eaves of the house. If you had a suit of armor made out of that, bet people'd get tired of trying to stab you after a while and just give up. Thanks for the info, Ada. I kinda hope it would be as good as you say, but probably it isn't that good.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
So, how is it no one's gotten in the Dragon's battery yet?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility?
So, nobody went to the door and just yelled, "Melon"? Apparently not. She thinks so.
It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan steel lying just inside. And never mind the White Forge itself.
But the dwarves dug too deep.
The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense.
Well, good for you, I'm here. You know, I can get it open. That's why I'm here.
But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut. The tower entrances are clogged with rubble. And it's been impossible to blast a way in.
So what happened to Durgan's battery, if you know anything?
It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
Right.
Killed each other off. Or so the old books say.
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them open the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place. Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me.
Well, let's go with that. I don't see why you need White Forge to make good steel.
Finally, someone talking sense.
Durgan's steel wasn't just good. It was some of the best. We need the best if we're going to keep Stalwart alive. No one alive today has seen the White Forge, but the old stories tell that it was powerful, glowed white-hot, and gave off a steady, even heat, unlike any other furnace. Let better-schooled folk puzzle over how the thing was built. I just want to see it put to use.
And about the Pargrin dwarves?
Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you much more.
Okay, and where should I begin?
The battery's up the mountain to the north. A good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
Ulrich says it's a breezy tone, but Rain and Gil fall suddenly silent, consternation hardening the lines on her face. He smiles and draws his knife across the table again.
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
Who's Galvino?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
And by animancy's flimsy standards, that makes him an expert, does it?
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
I see.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
Well, worth a try, I guess.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all.
Indeed, maybe not. Ulrich shrugs, turns back to the fire.
Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
And the ogre camp.
Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Well, I kinda think they were quite active. They were attacking this village when I arrived.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
He pops an apple, yes.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance, or the broken stockade.
Oh wait, is that another ogre? Maybe that's not the same group. I might be totally mistaken, sorry about that.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
It's not my problem if your villagers can't defend themselves. I got bigger things to do. What does this matron have to do with anything?
The brawl outside was just the latest patch of trouble. The ogre clans are getting bolder, and we'll all sleep easier knowing they aren't circling our walls. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle.
So I guess there would be a possibility to make some kind of a peace with these guys. Maybe we do it, maybe we don't. Who knows?
Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Been there, done that. Unless, of course, there's something new now. Don't know about you, but I'm hard all of a sudden. Anything else we
What's
could
on your
ask?
mind?
We can have questions of Durgan's battery in the White Forge. What can you tell me about the Ferras expedition?
Who? Sorry, I don't recall the name.
Huh.
Last expedition I met disappeared weeks ago. Didn't give any names, but they definitely haven't come back this way. Don't mean the Sfeara weren't part of an expedition, though. We get groups passing by sometimes looking to try their luck. What's on your mind? The Pargrin dwarves guarded it. What's on your mind?
Well, I guess that's it for now. Oh, level ups. More level ups. I kind of want to see what's inside here.
That's settled.
Exceptional pistol. Eh. So, do you want to talk to us?
Something else you need?
Do you know anything about Durgan's Battery?
It's a fool's hope. A fantasy that's kept these parts inhabited longer than they should be. They say the Pargrunin dwarves developed Durgan's steel, became powerful, rich, and then one day, they locked their doors and died. Nothing like a mystery to stir folk up. Most of Stalwart is convinced that some Pargrin secret will save us all, but that don't stop them from whispering a prayer when they pass the old fortress.
Earlier you said I should make peace with Matron Baragon.
About the only thing folk here haven't tried. Killing one more matron won't change things for long. Besides, her clan's flames that whisper. The one that attacked us was Wolf with many mouths. I'd know him anywhere.
Okay, so yeah, there's definitely different groups. So, yeah.
They're cut from the same cloth, Aldrich. Only a matter of time before Baragon marches through that gap in our walls.
You seem to disagree with Renan Guild on quite a few matters.
Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying. Me, I'd just as soon move on.
So what do you do?
I'm a carpenter. Mother's a builder. So it felt like a good fit at the time. Not that we've got a lot of new folk to build houses and furnishings for. These days, I spend most of my time fixing up the stockade.
Okay, that's good to know. So we level up now Grieving Mother and Aloth. So be right back. Okay, with Grieving Mother, lore +1, and yeah, recall agony causes the target to relieve the psychic trauma of injury moments after receiving it, experience the damage all over again. So 30% of all damage reapplied over 16.2 seconds. And for talent, Psychic Backlash invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target Cypher's will defense. So basically, it's per encounter if I remember correctly. So maybe that's good. I don't know, but we'll go with that. And Aloth, be right back. Okay, with Aloth was a bit of a problem what to take lore, of course, +1. Then I, as a spell, Wall of Walls creates a semi-permeable barrier that inflicts crush damage and hobbles enemies when they pass through it, but leaves allies unscathed. So it's not much of a crush damage, but hobbled, yes. And then for talent, that was hard. So I decided to take a bonus 4th level spell. I was thinking first and third, but I decided to go for the first. I don't know. Nothing really struck me there when I was checking that I really need. Anyhow, we go with those. Let's make a proper save. I'll try to go to the other area at least a little bit so we can have something else except talking around. It's always the new area where you have to gather your quests and whatnot.
I shall be discreet.
You shall. So what is this? We have, yeah, Durgan Tina's house. Just checking around. Picking some Brundvenban. Some flowers, yes. Okay, we can't take that. Now, of course, I'm gonna unlock these because why not?
That's settled.
Fine rope, not worth it, yes, but what is this? Bronze Abaddon statuette. Many households in Durgan's Battery had a statuette of Abaddon that was cast in the White Forge. The original was made by a renowned Uptapo sculptor. Nice to know. Minor recovery.
They gone? Have those nasty brutes finally left?
These teeth have been sanded smooth in preparation for carving. Stalwart Bony. Okay. Tana, hello.
I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murdering folk. Don't remember how things got this bad.
The elderly woman needs her hands, her knuckles are swollen knobs, and her palms are ridged with calluses that scrape and rasp as she rubs them together.
But you're the new adventurer. Renengild's latest volunteer.
She squints at you, leaning precariously forward on her wobbling legs.
A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip those layabouts at the mine into shape.
Okay, I'd like to ask you something.
Did you say something, dear?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. Got shut down decades ago when we couldn't sell or ship the stuff. But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance. Been praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much afore they finish the job.
That is all.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Let's see. So, at least for now, nothing? What's with the fishery? What I missed there?
When did Durrance get bird legs?
What? Okay. Wait, Maneha. That's how did I miss that? Because that's one of them. One of them.
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Group
They've
members.
been standing out here shivering.
Me and Sledge are thinking about heading down, joining a caravan over to Dawning.
Dawning? What for? You like your ogres bigger?
We'd have work at least, and I'm damn sick of fish.
Okay. Anyone I could ask about the fishery? But we'll have to go and grab the money here. At least a little bit I'll keep the Zahua with us, but I'll probably later change to Maneha.
Ha, that's what I get for asking directions in the middle of nowhere. Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you?
Omawa wears an assortment of bangles, bands, cuffs, and chains as thick as armor. She watches you with a raised eyebrow and eyes gleaming with mirth. You mean Durgan's Battery?
No, but I've heard that name a lot around here. I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra.
Well, it's kinda obscure because we've never heard of it. So why are you looking for the Abbey?
I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the Lady of Lament. Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
What kinds of tokens do you take?
Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to leave behind.
Okay.
Love notes, awkward family heirlooms, bad poetry, the kinds of things you want to forget.
Gift bearers usually dispose of tokens in the sea. Why are you going to the Abbey?
Well, you throw some things into the sea and maybe they wash up on shore one day. But you want something really good and forgotten, you take it to the Abbey.
Ida stares at Durrance with half-crazed look in his eyes, scratching his beard in contemplation. His smile broadens as he thinks. Okay. So what are you taking to the Abbey now?
The Abbey's all about forgetting. Wouldn't be much forgetting if I told you about it, would there?
Right, I see.
I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that have, no one knows where it is. So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday, in a remote mining village that smells like fish.
I've got business in the region. We could travel together.
You won't regret it. I've got a lovely singing voice.
I regret it already. But I'll keep you in the roster for now. and make the level ups later. I want to do something else. Burden of memory. I met Kipera named Manea. She's looking for the Abbey of the Valen Moon, a secret Ondrite temple where Manea has been ordered to dispose of several tokens. Okay, so yeah, we need to do that.
Laying low.
At some point, but not yet. I guess we need to go outside and see something first, so we'll definitely come back here and we'll definitely take Manea with us, but for now I'll keep Zahua. I kind of want to have a new area, so Stalwart, we have Longwatch Falls, we have Russetwood and Durgan's Battery. Obviously here first.
Whoa. My hands do not look like that. Whoa.
Okay, Zahua. Dude, my hands are huge. So what kind of an area we have? Let's go through the middle for a change. Young ice beetle. Sounds fascinating. Oh, right, you are... No, not in a group. Right group, I mean.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Alright, you are...
Yes?
Come on. And... yeah, he's now in the number 2 group. Okay, I'll have to do a little bit changing here. These are number 1s now.
What?
And these are number 2s. Yep, that works.
That's it! I am no use here!
Who is not? Oh, well, it doesn't matter, they're already dead. Hopefully it's not... No, it's Zahua.
That's it!
Oh.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Let's go!
That's not very helpful.
No, it's not. I probably should use some spells. Okay. Annoying creatures. Really annoying. Again, I don't know what to do with them. Zahua, that's my problem here. Now. River Reed. What is that? The carcass steams in the snowy chill. The kill is recent. Oh, great. Right, the wolves around here somewhere. Well, maybe somewhere around here. Oh, I thought we could go through here. What are we doing? Let's... Is that another... You spy a tuft of fur caught on the shrub. You recognize the scent of a wolf. Oh, right, yes. I guess it's north, towards north. The wolf, I mean. But I kind of want to check the down first. Ah, slavers, yes. Before we talk to those, I haven't decided yet what to do with. I definitely don't want to be in a situation when the talking ends. That...
What?
Yes?
Yes, and you stay there.
Yes?
Wait, why are you not where I...
Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters.
Must get going. I'm not talking to you until I'm ready.
All right, then.
You stay there. Now let's talk.
Best watch your step. There are ogres in these parts.
Oh, what are you doing out here?
I'm looking for a fugitive from Raid Ceres, an indentured servant, and a wanted criminal.
The smile disappears from her face like a candle flame snuffed out by the wind. She watches you through humorless eyes. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. Okay, back. So, fugitive. What exactly is he wanted for?
Besides breaking his indenture, he slew his master's 13-year-old son, killed the boy before he fled.
I would understand he killed the master. Why would he kill the master's son? He should pay for his crime. You lied to me, I'll got him for that.
Easy now. He's no use to me dead. You want to help me bring him to justice? Run on back and tell him you dealt with us. When he ducks out of town, we'll be waiting.
To end a young life, for any reason, is unforgivable. He cannot go free after this.
His master's paying well for his return, and I'll see that you're given a fair cut.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain I actually killed these last time I played this. But let's go with so that I will bring him to her as basically he lied the situation, so maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'll... Oh, if I would have the dungeons, I probably could take him into prison. Alright, I'll be back.
Hurry along. Don't want him getting skittish and doing something foolish. Besides, we're eager to return to a more hospitable climate.
Yeah. I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Nothing really.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah, I guess I'll lure him in. Oh, Winterwolf. Well, of course. Group 1, attack. Group 2, stop. Group 2. So, oh, fireballs would have been in the number 3. Well, that's too bad. What is this? Fall to slumber causes group of enemies to momentarily fall asleep. Oh, right. Let's try this.
My mind
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. You know what, Al? Let's put some fireball there. You know.
God. Let's go. Word them wrong.
Hello, Druid. Goodbye, Druid. So, call to slumber. Have to remember that. That is bloody marvelous. Fine hunting, but when it works, of course. Stag helm. Wait, didn't you have a stag helm? You did. But I know you could do one of those too, Black Sun. So why not? Honestly, we don't need to save this. You and Duran's gonna be best buddies, you know? That works.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
I hope so. Well, we're gonna check this out. Yes, why not? This definitely gives me the Icewind Dale vibes. I guess that's kind of point, you know? Snowy areas. Only thing I remember when I played the Icewind Dale, not the enhanced, the original. I saved so many different armors. Oh. What are you? Winter Wolf. This wolf lies in the snow, panting with exhaustion and pain. An arrow has pierced the foreleg, jutting gruesomely from the animal's flank. The wolf rolls softly as you approach, tail between its legs. Examine the wound. The wolf appears to have crossed a hunter's path. A silver arrow, just from the wolf's right foreleg, embedded a short distance into the limb. Even so, you suspect that trying to remove the arrow without knowledge and care could provoke the further injury. So it is probably survival. Is it mine or one of the groups? The wolf goes still at first, but the moment you lay hands on its injured leg, it begins to thrash in panic. Yelping in pain, it snaps at your hands and then lunges forward to you. Oh no. I kinda want to load. Maybe if I took another person with me. I'm fairly certain I managed to... This tarnished silver arrow has survived its stay in a wolf's flank largely unscathed, though the carefully edged fletching has been gnawed on. Holding the arrow makes the hair rise on the back of your hand. You get an item quest, okay. So... I guess it's survival. What's my survival rating? Well, for me it's only 4. You have 6. You have 4, 2, 6, 5. How high would it need to be? How can I... hate what happened there, but...
Let's go!
Honestly, let's go with that. Yeah, if I would have the meta stats, I would know what I needed to do that. Oh, bloody hell, there's so many of them. I don't think they are hard to kill, but they're just annoying. Of course.
That's it!
Immune to what? Immune to what? Well, Bash seems to work. Okay. Of course, I can check it from here. Oh! They are immune to Crush. Okay. So that means Zahua isn't doing any damage, I guess. No. Wait, what weapon do you have? Because I thought you were having a weapon that would do... Huh? No, let's check this again. You do just crush. You do crush and slash, yes? Pierce, pierce. So, basically Zahua's hits won't do anything at the moment.
That's not very helpful.
So Zahua, you're pretty useless. Oh, you're almost dead. Well, you need to heal anyways. Yeah, not looking too good for Zahua. Yeah, I know. We need to heal him.
That's not very helpful.
Durance? Oh, you're healing now. Are you? Okay. Could you know, I clicked wrong. Yeah. Well, that works.
Let's go.
Yes?
Well, this is a weird fight.
That's not very helpful.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah, it's your shield.
Let's go.
That's really doesn't matter. Oh. Oh, Zahua level up. Okay, we will deal that later.
And what does the flame reveal?
Okay, this is not the place where we will find the items. Yeah, the Zahua's damage is a bit of a problem at the moment. But, well, we'll make do. Maybe a ice troll. Well, we need... It's hard. So that means... What are you... Well, we don't know yet. Everybody attack. How do you feel with Divine Terror? Now that you're there. Okay, this is definitely not working. Well, we could spam this.
Beyond seek.
Guess we could use some spells. So bashing is something you're... Bloody hell. Okay, next time when we move around, I'll probably drop Zahua altogether. Please leave a heart to us. Thank you. What are we missing? We are missing the... I have both of ingredients Henrik asked for. If I take them back to the inn, he should be... Oh, nice, nice.
Sure.
Step lightly.
Step lightly. Well, at least we...
See now what the flame has shown us?
Well, I will. What is this? Tattered map. This yellowed piece of parchment shows a rough drawing of a cluster of trees, but little else. They could be anywhere in the White Marsh. Whose soul is this? This cracked wooden staff is nearly buried beneath the frost and snow. To your senses, the gathered essence shines like a beacon. Examined area. The camp is long abandoned, and what remains is buried beneath a layer of ice and snow. The staff seems to be the sole item of note. Well, let's touch the broken staff. You reach out with your watcher's senses and feel this drifting soul surge forward as if eager to be heard. A feeling of fear and urgency ripples through you. Here, across the distance, spanned by time and identity, you know only that you are out of time.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no!
I guess we will find
Nice and quiet.
Spellbook somewhere. I feel poor for the Ice Wolf. And to be honest, I would probably make myself a favor if I would manage to save it from arrow. Well, what is that? I'll take it anyways. Ringer berries. Yummy. More ice trolls. Oh, bloody hell. Even more. So, yes. Oh. On the... Like so. Oh. What are these? Ah, these are those Lagufeth thingies. Okay, that's fine. Now, we could, you know... Let's see how this works with you guys. Raving Mother, retreat and heal. Well, heal. Too late. Too late. Bloody hell. Go to sleep. If that works.
That's it.
Okay.
Let's go.
You are fighting with us. That's great.
That's it.
Oh, you're fighting with us now? Okay, that's even better. Oh, you're not... Oh, both of you are fighting with us. Okay, that's... Not anymore. Hmm. Alot, can we, you know, get this guy down fast? I thought this would be already dead, but I guess I was wrong.
This lava will be on seek.
Nope. It's not dead yet. Would you go down already? Thank you, now you're dead. Finally.
What?
Yes.
Up.
Lava.
Why are... What's happening with my...
Beyond sea.
Oh, it's already... Okay. So I think I'll need to go back to the village because unfortunately Zahua and others went quite down and Zahua is at the moment pretty useless. Unless I change the weapon. So these are... Wait, okay. Interesting fish creatures. Obviously freeze is something they are well equipped to handle. Ice Blight. Crush. Indeed. And freeze, of course, but crush, they're totally impervious. And the ice trolls. Surprisingly, they are, well, they had twice the damage reduction against crush. Burn and free corrode works. So basically Zahua is quite useless at the moment. At least in here. Maybe later he's a bit more useful. Yeah. No sieges. Hunter's camp. Wait. There's a hunter's camp? Let's go check that. How did I miss that? And after that, I'll go back to the village and we end the episode. I think that is the best thing because... No, come on, guys. I didn't realize I didn't press the button. So next episode, we obviously...
Light, flame, and sound.
Make a little changes.
Keep to ourselves.
Okay, this is... Oh, yeah. On the scam. What is this? Brindvin Bun, okay. Right. That's it? Seriously. That's it? Okay, okay. So, back it is. Because at the moment, we definitely are missing one active fighter with us. So at least we managed to start a little bit. And the next time we will definitely go to the Russetwood. At least we try. That was a bit unfortunate for Grieving Mother to go down so fast, but to be honest, she was in a bad situation because I think she was near the trolls. They are quite hardy enemies. Anyways, here we are, White March. We have things to do quite a lot. We have 2 out of 3 companions. So next time we will deal with the Russetwood, hopefully completely. I'm kind of tempted to go check the Long Watch next. And finally Dragon's Battery. But we will see, we will see. Anyways, next time we will send someone back to the slavers, hopefully. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.